there, welcome to Ask Comfort segment. Delali Nuno from Koforidua is asking, what key attributes do employers look out for and reward in new employees?
Hi there, and welcome to the Ask Comfort segment. That question from Delali is a very, very important question, which I believe young people should be asking, especially if you want to go to the workspace and make a difference in the workspace. Because guess what? People are not bringing you on their team because they want bodies to fill the seats. They are bringing you there in order to make a difference in their organization. So what do employers look out for in employees? Well, basically, we are looking at four main things. We are looking at your knowledge. We are looking at your attitude. We are looking at your skills. And we are looking at your habits. What about your knowledge? You know, knowledge is basically information or things that you've heard or things that you've gathered. So that helps you on the job because you have an understanding about how the work that you've been given to do must be done, because you know something about it. So let's say you're an accountant, you may have gone for an accounting course, so you know how to balance the books. So that is knowledge. Knowledge is not the end, because if you have the knowledge and your attitude, which is the next one, attitude is such that you are always dragging your feet. If they ask you to do something, they would have to follow you about 5 times before you get the thing done. You do it at a very slow pace. You see how the slow was slow? I mean, there's no way you will do well in a workspace. So we want your attitude makes a difference. Your attitude is built by how you perceive your world, and ideally a positive attitude, a positive self-image, a positive team spirit is so important. That's your attitude. It makes a difference in the workspace. So your second thing is your attitude. What kind of attitude do you have? When they ask you to do something, do you say, these people are exploiting me, and people do not understand me? Or do you go with it and say, hey, how can we get this thing down? And put everything, your belly, your almost soon. You put everything in the job so that when they come, they get a high just seeing you work. So the attitude is your next thing. Your skills. The skills, that one is acquired by applying the knowledge that you have built, you have gained. So, for instance, there's a book that is called The Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, yeah, and he talks about the 10,000 rule, which says that on an average, somebody who is highly skilled has tried doing that thing over and over and over again with a minimum of about 10,000 hours. So when that person is operating, that person operates at the highest level of his or her field. So for instance, Catherine in our studio, for instance, she may have done driving the tractor or managing her tractor business over and over again. I don't think she may have reached her 10,000, but when she reaches there, now when you come to her organization, she's able to do it so fast, so quick, solve your issues that at any drop of a hat you can say, oh, let's go to Catherine. She can get it done. So your skills also are very important. And then finally, as I said, your habits. Your habits are those little things that you do all the time. The habit whereby you let's say your habits, none of you everybody brushes his or her teeth. When you take the toothbrush, you don't take the toothbrush and say, I have to put on toothpaste. I have to put it in my mouth. I have to move my hand left, right, go up and... No, you don't. You do it automatically. That's what habits do for you. So if in the workspace you have cultivated a good habit of maybe always writing down notes, or maybe always ensuring that when you are sending something off, you have cross-checked everything and make sure there are no mistakes in it, and so on and so forth. Those are good habits. If, however, you have bad habits, which includes not talking well to people, or maybe procrastinating over and over again, or other bad habits, guess what? It will not do well with you when you go to the field. So these are the 4 things that all employees should know, and all employers look out for. Such people who have good habits, people who have good skills, people who have, let me say, excellent. We are not looking for good, we are looking for excellent attitude, and then really good knowledge, great knowledge. Those are the people who move very fast in the workspace because they are right for the task. I hope that you are the right employee going into the right space, and you would make a difference in your workspace. Thank you so much, Delali, for that lovely question.